On February 28th, a man was found unconscious at the Motel 6 in Palm Springs. He was carrying several photo IDs that identified him as Michael Boatwright. However, he has no memory of this name. He also has no memory of the pictures he was carrying which show him with friends and family. Speaking only Swedish, he was diagnosed with transient global amnesia at Desert Regional Medical Center in March, where he is still staying.
Does he think that he'll regain his memory? Does he feel like it's coming back to him, or it will come back soon?
There are isolated incidents that pop up in my memory now and then, and it's like my namestay, and also we talked about and this is the interpreter, we talked about something, ice fishing, which is common in the north of Sweden, and he must have, it's not that common now, so it must have been something from his childhood, and so things will pop up now and then, but it seems to be related to Sweden.
And, why are most of his memories related to Sweden? Or does he know? Why is it his childhood, or?
Okay. I believe that I remember those things because they come from a time in my life when I felt secure and safe, and the psychiatrist had also agreed with that theory, that made sense.
And he mentioned that it's a nightmare, the situation he's in. What would he say is the hardest part of what he's dealing with?
So the amnesia is number one on the list, and then it's the waiting and the not knowing what is going to happen. Those are the worst things.
What's the hardest part of having amnesia and not remembering anything?
And I see my ex-wife and my son, but I don't recognize them. I don't know them. My mother and my grandmother.
So one of the things someone I interviewed last time had said is that he seems most happy when he's looking at a set of photos, and I was curious, where those photos came from.
And I had them in my bag when I arrived at the hospital.
Are you planning on trying to find any of your family members or anyone else after? It sounds like he has an ex-wife and a son. Is he trying to track them down after he leaves the hospital? Does he want to find out more about his life before?
Don't have any family left except for possibly two sisters in Sweden, but I would like to find my son.
And how does that make you feel? Not really knowing where your son is and not knowing the circumstances of his past.
Sometimes it makes me really sad, and sometimes it just makes me furious about the whole situation and the fact that I don't know anybody, I don't recognize anybody.
The first thing, when they gave him his identification, he said he was Johan Eck, if that's correct. Where did he get that name, and why? Does he think that's his identity?
When I first woke up in the emergency room, that's the name I knew that I had. That was my name, Johan Eck, and it feels natural to me, and it feels natural for me to answer to that name.
Okay, and what would you say to people who might not believe that he's actually experiencing this, or might think that believe that he's being dishonest?
Walk in my shoes for one day, then you'll experience the nightmare of a lifetime.